makes it go like.
All right. Hey. There's a warm-up on the board behind me. There's 2 rectangular prisms. You need to find the volume. Remember, the volume is the length times the width times the height. So just multiplying for both of these. I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes because I don't think it'll take you too long to do all the multiplication. So go ahead and be working on that, please.
Can I play on my phone right now?
Sure.
1.1.
That's a lot.
I wish I had that. What's my name?
Hey, if you want to warm up now, I'll have you go out then.
There I go. I'm gonna do
There you go. Go ahead and be working on that warm up.
I see down.
From the pretty markers in the hand.
I think I put it back on my desk.
I think you probably put it up there.
I think I did too.
It's okay.
I'm making a white. Hi, you're very upside down. Wait, don't you have to look away all along?
Length times width times height. Yes. I'll give you guys about 4 minutes from now.
And do we add it together at the end?
No.
No, it's 2 separate problems. Oh, I got it.
No. Do both problems. There's only 2. Just multiply.
I see 3. This is in the plan. Miss Jones, would the flag be a 2D shape or would it be a 3D shape?
Or it's shown the drawing of it or the actual flag.
The actual one.
Technically, it's 3D because there's a little tiny bit of a width.
Oh. So is it a good question or a bad question? Okay. Then has to make it perfecto. And more better. What happens if I just went up there and erased it? Oh, Dallas the teacher. Hi, Mr. Dallas.
Guess what? I'm on video. I'm gonna be on YouTube.
He thought I would be on YouTube. Making $1 live. I know, me too. Look at, I got my hand right here.
Yeah, they look pop out when you're standing here. Oh, yeah, thanks.
What are you trying to do?
I'm making the line bigger so it pops out.
Why?
Because I like it popping out of my face.
Why? What did I do?
Do it quietly so people can do their work.
It makes an orange line around the thing. I did something. It just doesn't want to text. It's calling me blind. Oh, I got it. I wonder how I did it. Because I'm going to do it again now.
Subscribe to Miss Jones. Okay, about 2 more minutes and then we will work on our warm-up and then we have some notes and practice and stuff. Not really notes, just like practice.
I want to see how many subscribers we have. That's
Killing it.
I think Dylan told me
57? Just kidding. I wonder how many people subscribe to all this.
What if that just being weird though?
So that it's got good information. I mean, like this stuff gets taught all over the country. So if a different student in our class that's not in their class needs it. Okay, let's go ahead and go over this. So for the volume, we're doing the length times the width times the height. If we are looking at this rectangular prism, what is the length of this? How long is it?
It would be 8 inches.
8 inches multiplied by the width, which is 3. The width is 3. The height is the up and down, which is what? 5. Now we just need to multiply. What is 8 times 3?
24.
24. We need to multiply 24 by 5.
200.
And you get not 200.
100.
120.
You guys are close.
24 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry your 2.
36.
15 times 8. 120. Yep. So our final answer here is 120, but we are missing units.
Units into 3. What?
Good. So you got inches. I heard squared and to the third power. Which one is it?
3.
The 3, because you're multiplying 3 things together, so it's to the third power. This is cubed or cubic units. Both work. Cubic inches. So this one is 120.
I'm not giving it.
How'd you guys do on that?
Okay, now she made it.
Good? All right. Number 2. Same thing. Volume is length times width times height. What's your length here? 15 times your width, which is 12 times the height. 18. So let's start with 15 times 12. What is 15 times 12? 2 times 5 is what? 10. What's 2 times 1?
30.
Plus 1? 3. What do I have to place here?
No, 0. Oh, I know what it is.
Placeholder 0. What's 1 times 5?
5.
And 1 times 1?
1.
And
150.
not 150.
180.
180. So this is 180. And then we still got to multiply that times 18.
It's in 3,000.
Someone's got to mute a little bit. That was loud.
Gabriel.
180 times 18. So let's do this. 8 times 0 is
0.
0.
4.
8 times 8 is
4.
64. 8 times 1
8.
plus 6, 14. What do I need to put here?
0.
Good. Your placeholder is 0. 1 times 0?
0.
0. 1 times 8?
8.
1 times 1.
1.
No, 1 times 1.
1.
Thank
8.
No, the 6 was from before. Yeah. Now we need to add 0 plus 0.
0.
4 plus 0.
4.
4 plus 8.
20.
Oh. 1 plus 1 plus 1.
3.
3. 3,240.
You must have got a different answer, Charlie. 3,402.
Here's a little bit off then. So, our final answer, the whole volume of this cube or rectangular prism is 3,240 what? What's my units? Centimeters to the third power. The cubes. Yes, Charlie.
I got all the correct numbers, but it's not in all the right places.
Okay. Check. Be careful then next time with your multiplying.
Maybe like I was like putting it down here and I did it wrong way.
Maybe. All right. So that's our warm up. We're going to keep going with volume, but today we're just going to throw in some fractions. So I'm pretty sure. Potentially.
What is the decimal? Wait, I'm going to put this now? I'm going to
No. What? I don't know what you said.
If it's 3/4, the fraction would be 4. What did I do?
No, it's 0.75. You gotta divide. Yeah. So on Google Classroom, let me unpin this. We have a new assignment. It should be called fractional volume notes. So under math, go ahead and scroll down. Yes.
I did something too.
So fractional volume notes. It's a set of Google Slides. So go ahead and get that opened up, please. I think there's maybe 5 or 6 problems that we'll do, and then I have a quizzes that we will do at the end, just as a little bit of practice. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys a minute or two to get that open. I'll be right back.
It's a dog one. She had shocked herself. That's what kept happening to me on the slide. I kept getting electrocuted. Last I got shocked by my own charger. Same.
I was plugging it in, my finger went numb.
I know. Mine did too. It feels weird.
Why, Maya?
I got
Yeah, I got it.
I did.
I didn't like it. Yeah, it's like, oh, it feels like when you pull those electric guns and when you pull it and it shocks you to wake up a little bit. One time I held on to one of them for like 10 seconds. And then
Okay, I'm gonna check attendance and then we will go ahead and go over this.
not on
Hi Skylar, how are you?
We don't here. Doors just fall right out. Like you don't even have to pull on it.
I know.
Ms. Jones, would you rather go with or did the online thing that you did?
I was very okay with doing my master's online. And it,
If you're gonna go to Georgia, would they buy the 6 planes?
no,
You have to buy it?
oh yeah.
The Georgia Giants.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go over this. I'm going to present it. We have a couple of slides of information, and then we will do some practice. So, what we have first is that it's what we're doing, our I can statement, right? I will be able to find the volume of a rectangular prism with fractional side lengths. That's the standard. Yesterday, we just did like whole number side length just to practice finding the volume. Today, we're going to use fractions and start multiplying some fractions together. So, on your slots, it means whiteboard or whatever you have. Write down, start with 1. What's the 1 formula for writing down or finding the volume? So just write that down somewhere so you have it next to you. Hint, it's behind me on the board too, if you don't know what the formula is. So the formula for finding volume, what will you do? Just write it down somewhere near you, just so you have it available. It's also behind me. You need a clipboard or something around?
Yeah.
Go grab a clipboard over there. And then behind my desk, there's a whole, in the cabinet area, there's a whole pile of papers. Grab a piece of paper from underneath there.
Okay. Can I sit over there?
Sure. Okay, so write down the formula for volume. At this point, I heard the thing go off. Okay, cool, Skylar. Ruined it? That's okay. So most of you guys should have this. Volume equals length, width, height. When they're smushed together like that, that just means multiply. Length times width times height. Now the second formula that they're talking about here is this one. Capital B times H. Capital B just means do the length times the width. It's just a short. The base of your shape times the height of it. It's length and width. Already, it's the same exact formula. So what this one is saying is that you've taken the length and the width and you've already multiplied it and you have the base of your figure, and then you're multiplying it by the height to figure out how much volume it is. So these are 2 formulas. Also write the B times H down somewhere near you too. So you have both there, please, because we're going to use both today. So go ahead and have both. I feel like this is not that hard to do, Yoshi. Grab a piece of paper from there. Yeah. They're just one side has stuff. No, they all have, it's all one-sided, so. Yeah, you just write on the back. Okay. So we have 2 formulas that we'll use, and they mean the same exact thing. Sometimes they just give you different numbers. So the first one is the length times width times the height that we have been using. The second formula is the base, the bottom of your figure times the height, how tall it is. The capital B just means length times width as well. Okay. So it says, why is the B uppercase? That's because it's the length times the width. So let's do a quick trick. What 3 things do you need on every single volume problem? No matter what.
The problem.
What 3 things do you need to figure out the volume?
The length.
The length,
Width.
the width,
Height.
and the height. If you don't have those 3 numbers, you're not going to be able to find the volume. So you need all 3 of those numbers to find the volume. Good. Now, I want you guys to do this one on your own. Find the volume of this one. This is a very quick and simple one. What's the volume of that rectangular prism? You don't need to yell it out or anything, just find the volume. It's probably pretty quick too, so.
All right. I got it. That one you can do in your head.
I can't.
Okay, try this one on your own. Nice and quick one.
And fifth grade, we used to do these things, multiply people and all the things that we started. I got more right when I got married. I got them first sometimes, but I didn't get them all right. They were little cards.
Yeah.
And I was, at the end of the year, I was at the top. So.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's enough time to do this one. The volume, length times width times height. What's your final answer here?
6.
6. You take 2, multiply it by 3, which is 6, and then take 6 times 1, also 6. So your answer is 6 what? What are the units? It's millimeters.
Millimeters cubed.
Millimeters cubed. Good. Awesome. Let's look at our next one. Okay, so this one we are going to do behind me on the board. I'm going to draw it out really quick, and then we'll go back to it. So it's a nice long one. Pretty good one. Okay, so the bottom is 3/4 centimeters. What's the width? 1/3.
And we have to divide on it.
Nope. No dividing on. Oh, at the end maybe. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over to where we're looking at the board. Okay. So I'm going to stop presenting, and we're going to do this one on the board. It's not much difference. We're still doing the volume, the length, times the width, times the height. We just have different numbers to multiply that we have been using. So what's the length of this one? How long is it?
3/4 centimeters.
3/4. That needs to be multiplied by the width. What's the width?
The width is 1/3.
1/3. And then we need to multiply that by how tall it is. What's the height?
5 seconds.
5 pounds. Let's say 5 pounds.
Oh,
Or 5/2. One of the two. So it's still,
5 too.
yeah, it sounds weird. So it's still the length times the width times the height. We're just going to multiply fractions instead. So let's start with 3/4 times 1/3. When you multiply fractions, how do you multiply this? Straight across. So what's 3 times 1? 3 times 1.
3 times 2.
3. And then 4 times 3.
12.
12. Now we're not going to simplify just yet because we still have to multiply by 5 halves. So we'll simplify at the very, very end.
I did the bottom first and then I did the top.
That's okay. Did you get 3/12? That's fine.
Well, I multiplied them all together.
That'll work too. I think we got the same one. What's 3 times 5?
15.
15. And 2 times 12?
24.
24.
I need to simplify that by 3.
Good. So this will be our final answer. We just have to simplify it. So what number goes into 15 and 24? 3. So we can divide by 3. What's 15 divided by 3?
5 and 8.
And 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 5/8. What's my units on this?
C and to the third power.
Centimeters cubed. So the volume of this, even though it's a fraction, it still has volume. The whole volume is 5/8 centimeters cubed.
I wonder why they call it volume.
I don't know. Good question.
They can't find
So,
I can't see how well, but you explain it.
does it seem too difficult? We're just changing it to fractions instead of whole numbers. Is it too different? Not that much, right?
Pretty easy.
Pretty similar, right? Whoa. So if we present my screen again.
So you might need to turn your headphones down.
Okay, so if my screen is presented and we go back.
I mean, I tell them guys to do
Let's go ahead and type this in somewhere. So I think, yeah, let's type our answer in. We need to add a text box. So
do we have to do it on the other side too?
no, not on this side.
No.
No, not on the other one. On this one, though, let's just add a text box and just put it, oops,
Okay. How do you exit?
text box. Let's just put one like right here so that we can just write volume equals 5/8 centimeters. We're not going to be able to write cubed, so we'll do caret 3. I'll make this bigger so you guys can see it.
I made myself a text box.
Okay, so I made that pretty big. So just add your own text box to that and just say V for volume equals 5/8 centimeters to the third power. That caret, the little arrow pointy thing, means to the third power. It's that making it raised to a power.
I put mine in a different spot.
That's okay. As long as it's somewhere on the slide, I'm all right with it. So I give you about 30 seconds to do that. I'm going to check attendance because I think we've had some people come in.
Those numbers, Skylar had to go, so are you gonna count them in? Or no?
Yeah.
Well,
How do you make that arrow that goes up?
It's,
here, I'll help you.
I don't know what number it is. Do you do shift something?
Oh, shift 6.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, with the
You just gotta make it bigger and then I got it.
All right, hopefully that was enough time to write it down. Let's look at our next slide. So this is slide number 6. We're gonna look at slide number 6. So I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. There we go. We have 2 popcorn containers here. This is where volume comes in handy in the real world when you're trying to figure out who gets more popcorn. Like, let's say you're fighting with your siblings about who got the most popcorn. You can figure it out pretty easily.
You have to
You just need to know the length, the width, and the height of the bag, and you'll be able to figure out who got more popcorn. So let's say that Jeff and George are brothers and they're trying to figure out who got the most popcorn. How can we figure that out? What can we do? So find the volume of each container. So what I want you guys to do is take about, let's see, what are the numbers? Let's say 4 minutes. I want you guys to find the volume of Jeff's popcorn bag and find the volume of George's popcorn bag, and we'll see who got more popcorn, okay? So find the volume of both of those, please.
Wait, we're finding George Aya?
George. Where are you getting George Aya?
Here's George's popcorn. Remember when he worked at the popcorn stand and he flooded the cart with popcorn?
I do not do this problem. Okay, so find the volume of each container, Jeff's and George's.
Yeah, see? George Aya. Oh, okay.
So you could do the work.
Okay. I still think you're George Aya.
Be careful with the decimal. Make sure you multiply your decimal correctly in Jeff's. Okay, hopefully you guys are finding the volume of these.
I'm doing both. I'm doing the whole problem.
Okay. Let's multiply on these. Find the volume of Jeff's popcorn bag and George's.
George Aya.
I'm doing the next one all through.
Give you about 1 more minute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop presenting so that we can look at it behind me on the board.
Accidentally changed my background.
Okay. So behind me, I drew the containers on my board. We're going to find the volume. Hopefully you've already found the volume. So I need one person. Raise your hand if you're in class, or if you're online, you want to answer, raise your hand. What's the formula? What am I multiplying here? Marty.
I got in trouble.
Good. So that is 10 times 10 times 20.5. Okay. What's 10 times 10? That's an easy one. Start with that, 100. And then we need to multiply that by 20 and 5/10. We need to, yeah, what's the final answer?
22. 5, wait, 225, 0.
No, that's a little bit off. Yeah, 100 times 20.5. So we have 5 times 0. And then we got a 0. And then we got a 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2. With 1. So it's 2050. Math was a little bit off there. So the volume of Jeff's container is 2050 centimeters what?
Cubic.
Good, centimeters cubed. So that's how big Jeff's container is. Let's talk about George's. How do I find the volume? One person, maybe an online person, because we had an in-person do it this time. What am I multiplying for George's? Anybody online?
I don't know.
You're not online. What? Somebody that's not physically in this classroom. What 3 numbers am I multiplying? That's what I'm asking.
38 and 8.
Good, thank you. 30 times 8 times 8. Let's start with 30 times 8. What do you get for that?
24. 240.
240, good. 240, and then we still need to multiply 240 times 8. So that right here, 240. 8. What's 8 times 0?
19,920.
Did I do that wrong? That seems wrong. It is. 0, 12, 16, 1. Yeah, I did that wrong. 1,920.
Okay, I got that one right.
Okay, 1,920. What is my units though? Centimeters. Yeah.
Power.
All right. So if you are these 2 brothers, who got more popcorn?
I did.
Jeff got more popcorn.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Jeff got more popcorn. George got gypped. So
George, I
So that's a good way to, if you're arguing with your family about something that has to do with how much food you got, that's a really good way to figure it out.
How much larger is George's than Jeff?
How can we figure out how much larger?
Subtract.
Well, it would be how much larger Jeff's is than George's.
Yeah, so you subtract.
You would subtract and it's 80 centimeters cubed.
I got 130.
It's 130 centimeters cubed. Yes,
That's the one time
that was my bad. All right, let's see. I think we can probably,
do one more.
yeah, let me look at it.
Oh, yeah, can we do it, please?
Yeah, let's do one more. So I'm going to present my screen. We'll do one more together, and then I want to do the quizzes that I have queued up for you guys. That'll do some practice on it. Because the concept of volume isn't difficult. You're just multiplying the numbers. The part that you guys tend to mess up on the most is just the multiplication. Taking your time and making sure you multiply correctly on this.
I'm going to do the other one since I did that one.
So on this one, this time we are doing a cube. Nope, not a cube. This is still a rectangular prism. Find the volume of that one. I want you guys to try this on your own. Take about 3 minutes. If you can simplify, please do. But try this one on your own, please. Yeah, so they're really just going to have a big use length template. So they've already done the length and the width of the bottom value and found so they already did the length and width for you, so you can multiply by.
Well, which one are we at?
They're on
This one, yeah.
Turn that one on now.
I made it look fun.
I'll draw it back here, because drawing things is fun.
I got in trouble.
You got in trouble for what?
Nothing. I have to charge my computer.
You're in the corner?
I got put in the
Time out.
corner. This is my timeout check.
Did Charlie tell you that he was the teacher on Friday?
No.
He got to me and him were the teachers.
That's cool.
We were me and Andrew. Yeah, on Thursday we had to be the teachers.
Just Charlie, not you. Not
Yeah,
Charlie.
I was part teacher too.
That's good.
He said he was part.
Okay, about 1 more minute to finish this out, and then we will review it.
Does that seem about right? Right answer? Around and do problems.
Okay.
No, this is the first one I'm doing. Something called, also, something, and that's the thing. Whether if the number's bigger on top, you can make it a mixed number, so divide. That one's smaller than that one. Yeah, so when it's bigger on top, you can take the number on top. And divide it by the number on the bottom, when you're gonna mix number. Yeah? Well, 9. Oh, yeah, it is a 9. But yes, that would be correct. 9. I write my words different. It's almost the same.
Okay.
Let's go over it. I'm gonna go back to my screen and stop my whiteboard, so right behind me. So let's do this last one as a practice. This one is all fractions. What do I need to do here? If I'm doing length times width times height, what are the numbers I'm multiplying together? 1/2 times 1/2 times what?
1/4.
1/4. So, we could probably do this all in one step, but we're going to do 2 steps here. So let's start with 1/2 times 1/2. What is 1 times 1? 1. And 2 times 2 is 4. So we have 1/4. Whoops, not that one. Wait a minute. Times 1/4. So this is our last step. Multiply this. What's 1 times 1? 1. And 4 times 4 is 16. So 1/16, what is my units here?
Inches to the third power.
Inches to the 3rd power, or inches cubed, cubic inches. There's multiple ways to say that, right? Yeah, once you guys do that, you can get it turned in. You can type it out on that page if you would like to. It doesn't matter that much. So, yeah, that's really it. We're going to go ahead and do a quizzes just as some practice. And yeah, so I'm going to present my screen, pull up the quizzes. I would like everybody to participate in it. No, use your first name, please. Okay. So how many people do we have on here? 17?
I'm not.
Are all of you guys in class in the Google Meet?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Okay, so I think that we need 17 people to get into this, whatever it's called, quizzes. This one is 15 questions. I'll give you guys some time to work on it. So I want you guys in the quizzes within the next 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get into this quizzes, please.
I made my slide book.
Okay, now get in the quizzes.
Wait, pick me up.
What'd you do? It's not gonna work. Your name says Dallin. No, that's fine. No. Okay, 1 minute or about a minute. Get logged in, please.
Yo, I'm a trash panda. I'm a raccoon.
I'm a shoelace.
I'm a
I'm a
raccoon.
pickle. Oh, my.
Okay, looking good. A couple more people.
I'm a trash panda.
to do a quizzes, so help out whoever needs help.
We should turn around my trash panda.
Jade. Okay, about 2 or 3 more people. I don't know. Let's see who might be like.
Wait, let me see. You are a trash panda, Yoshi.
See?
Gabriel and Elijah don't look like they're. Who's DQ? Yours are not good at following.
Who's DQ?
Is it a Naruto with you, Ricky?
No.
Okay.
Is it Deku?
We're gonna go ahead and go from here. Okay, again, when I ask for your first name, I would like it to be your first name. Okay? So instead of using names that are not yours, because I know who you are, I know you guys well enough to know who's not using their names. So use your names when I ask for them, please.
Oh yeah.
Now this quiz is with volume with fractions on the side length. So take your time, do your fractions like straight across. Do them one at a time. Don't try and skip too many steps. That's usually where your multiplication goes wrong. So try it, just do it step by step. And if you're getting good at that, then maybe start skipping steps. But do it slow at first. I'm not Phil. Okay. So we have about 20 minutes left of class. This is the last thing we're going to do. So I'm going to give you guys 10, maybe 12 minutes to do the quizzes. Take your time. There's 15 questions. So take your time. Don't rush through. Don't just click random answers because, again, that's not how you learn. You need to be actually practicing the problems. Once you're done, if there's a few of them that you guys like really got wrong, we'll go over those couple, okay? So here we go. Maybe. Okay, take your time. Got about 12 minutes on this. I know. And then and then we drop down the
Or something like that. Adam.
So multiple.
Oh, this one?
Well, the rock has our
What it does, is it just we are this?
no, it's not correct grammar, so that's okay. So how do we find the volume?
You do the base first?
It doesn't matter which order, but what we do is between numbers.
Adam?
Like, multiply all. 10, 4, 10, 6.
Okay.
10 times 4.
Isn't it 30? So when you're at 40 right there? Yeah, it's right here. Underneath it.
And then now what else do you need to multiply by?
6.
We're done. Times 6. So I write it underneath and do your multiplication. You know how much it helps? Put that or that.
What can I do?
Yeah, so have this up here so you can see it. And then do your work.
So where's the ball?
It's not gonna fall. Yeah, just don't hit it. Hit it again. There you go. Now you gotta do 40 times 6.
Okay. What's a volume?
Make sense with the type. So the volume is like how much?
This is 8, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 8. What's wrong? You said it was too good.
This one here goes. That's 10.
One, 2, 0. And 3. That was DQ-ish, though. I know.
You guys are doing pretty good. Keep it up.
I want that 17. Yeah.
No, I got it wrong.
That much. It does. Yep. What are pieces? Oh my gosh. I got straight flavor.
I was doing so well until that last question.
Did John do after show or work? Oh, okay. No, the meme says, did you guys seriously just ask your math teacher if you have to show your work? So I just asked. And I said, yep. One, 2, or 3.
Wait, I thought the one will be.
Sorry? Oh, I got it twice. Wait for 8. Is that at 24? 8 times 3 is 24. And then we have to do 24 times 12. Yes. go 2 times 2. That's 2 times 2. Okay. Then so that's 4 times the 1. And then 2 times 1. And then so put your 1. 4. So put it right here. And then 2.
Alex, please don't leave me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Anytime
It's
I find
288.
area, I'm only dealing with 2 figures on that square. Okay. That's what I try to remember.
Yeah, that's what I told you. On area, you're multiplying by 2 dimensions, so it's to the second
The
power.
power 2.
And then 3 dimensions.
You're the best.
I know.